Today, unfortunately, we're merely weird, which is interesting. Zappa said, life was weird. That, I'm saying not having that sensibility. Well, we extended. You say that we're here is weird. That we're even here is weird. Yeah, that's the archetypal meaning of weird. He's actually, society has extended that condition. It's going into the collective weird. So he says, this is a shocking thing to say, since no red-blooded American likes to think of his or herself as being weird. But when there are other options and the whole nation chooses cheese, that is weird.
You want some cheesy boobs
What's
too?
interesting, yeah, I want cheesy boobs. What he says, 10 years before. I don't know what he means by cheese. I don't know what he means by cheese. It's coming
you want
up.
some cheesy boobs too?
Yeah, I want cheesy boobs.
The thing is, he's taking the weird theme 10 years later. I mean, he said it in the New York Times, something like that. And he's expanding it. This is interesting now. There's a conceptual continuity with a shift. Our mental health has been in a semi-wretched condition for quite some time now. One of the reasons for this distress, aside from choosing cheese as a way of life, is the fact that we have, against some incredibly stiff competition, emerged victorious as the biggest bunch of liars on the face of the planet.
It's true, Richard.
No,
it's just a rumor.
He's missing that McLuhan posed information. Right? This is old-fashioned. No society has managed to invest more time and energy in this perpetuation of the fiction that it is moral, sane, and wholesome than our current crop of modern Americans. So he's objecting to what the Android Moon presents as the image of America.
You want some cheesy boobs too?
Yeah, I want cheesy boobs.
Not getting that. This same delusion is a mysterious force behind our national desire to avoid behaving in any way that might be construed as intelligent. Modern Americans behave as if intelligence was some sort of hideous deformity. To cosmetize it, many otherwise normal citizens attempt a peculiar type of self-inflicted homemade mental nose job, designed to lower the recipient's social intellectual profile to the point where the ability to communicate on the most Mongolian level provides the necessary certification to become one of the guys. Let's face it, nobody wants to hang out with somebody who's smarter than they are. This is no fun.
You want some cheesy boobs
So
too?
you see how he walks between a traditional critique of the dumbing down America to an eccentric angle on it. Yes, the whole thing is, what is this?
You want some cheesy boobs
Americans
too?
have always valued the idea of fun. We have a national craving for fun. You remember that line in The Life-Making Miracle? In a society and a force that is powerful, be used by a society to stop sleep. You remember that line? It says at the end of the Life magazine, can a force this powerful be used by a society that needs all the friends that it can get? Remember that line? Yeah. Okay, so that means a force that within the fact that Americans like fun. We don't get very much of it anymore. That's true.
You want some cheesy boobs too?
Yeah, I want cheesy boobs.
Emperor's New Clothes. He's pointing out that people are rather stressed out. And he does say that, stress cheese. So we don't get very much of it anymore, so we do two things. First, we rummage around for anything that might be fun.
You want some cheesy boobs too?
Yeah, I want cheesy
We
boobs.
pretend to enjoy it, whatever it was. The net result, stress cheese. See that, Scott? Yeah. But where does all this cheese really come from?
You want some cheesy boobs too?
Yeah, I want cheesy boobs.
So there's the little McLuhan thing. Service McLuhan. He wouldn't be trying to blame it all on TV, although some credit must be given to whoever it is at each of the networks who gives us what we want. You don't ask, you don't get.
You want some cheesy
we now
boobs
have
too?
got
Yeah, I
it.
want cheesy
Lots of it.
boobs.
And in our infinite American wisdom, we have constructed elaborate systems to ensure that future generations will have an even more abundant supply of that fragrant substance upon which we presently thrive.
You want some cheesy boobs too?
So he's
Yeah, I
taking
want
on the
cheesy
globe.
boobs.
If we can't blame it on the TV, then where does it come from? He's being a little old-fashioned though, because it actually is virtual reality that's doing it. Post-TV. Now he might know that, right? So he's just putting on the very average thinking coming in now. Yeah.
You want some cheesy boobs
Right.
too?
If we
Yeah, I
can't
want
blame it on
cheesy
TV,
boobs.
then where does it come from? Obviously we are weird if we have to ask such a question. Surely we must realize by now, except for the fact that we lie to ourselves so much we get confused sometimes. Surely we must realize by now that as contemporary Americans we have an almost magical ability to turn anything we touch into a festering mound of self-destructing poop.
You want some cheesy
We do
boobs
this
too?
with such
Yeah, I want
incredible
cheesy
precision.
boobs.
Well, one good way is to form a committee. Committees Composed of all kinds of desperate American types have been known to convert to combine unfulfilled emotional needs and repressed biological urges of their membership into complex masses of cheese-like organisms at the rap of a gavel. Committee cheese, Scott.
You want some cheesy boobs too?
Yeah, I want kinky boobs.
Then bound into volumes for eventual dispersal in courts of law, legislative chambers, and public facilities where you're invited to eat all you want. You know what he's complaining about? The Orphic Pro spirals on my chart.
You want some cheesy boobs too?
Yeah, I want kinky boobs.
Jolie, the 8-hour perfume for the 24-hour woman.
I can bring home the bacon, fry it up in a pan, and never, never, never let you forget you're a man, 'cause I'm a woman.
Jolie, the 8-hour perfume for your 24-hour.
You want some cheesy boobs too?
Yeah, I want kinky boobs.
In 1968, Austrian bodybuilder Arnold Schwarzenegger arrived in Los Angeles with a mere $20 in his pocket. Financing his bodybuilding career as a bricklayer, Arnold earned a measly $60 a week. 35 years, 40 films, and 1 Kennedy later, Arnold is the highest paid movie star in Hollywood history.
You want some cheesy boobs too?
Yeah, I want kinky boobs.